Let's move on to the CAG bag. Modish Robot wants to know what beer you're drinking tonight, Ship.
I'm drinking the Mount Carmel Take Home IPA. It's a local brewery around
Take
here.
home?
Take home.
What does that mean?
Well, you can either drink it there or you can take it home.
But that's with anything.
Um, that's what they called their beer.
Right. All right. Oh, I just deleted my thing that I had saved. The question. Fuck. Oh, here it is. Here we go. This is from Darkness 9. Do you think the lower powered Series X, lower powered Series S will hamper the next gen Xbox games? Wouldn't having to develop for the lowest common denominator limit what they could do? I think the obvious thing that you would say is like, PC, they've been developing games for PC and they develop games that have to run on low end PCs and high end PCs and they still look great on PC. And even if that isn't completely true in this situation, you're still only developing for two systems on Xbox, right? And it doesn't seem like it would be very complicated to optimize for the lower end system.
It'll also really depend on the PlayStation 5 disc versus discless.
Mm-hmm.
As far as we know, there's no difference on those specs at all.
Correct.
Okay, so they only have to develop once for the PlayStation. I don't know.
I mean, not if it's a multi-platform game. If it's a multi-platform game, they still have to develop across all platforms and on PC.
Yeah, so like a game like Assassin's Creed Valhalla is being developed for the Xbox One S.
It's being developed for everything.
Yeah,
it's probably being developed for PC and then just ported. I think that's how they do it now. They develop for PC and then they port over. Mm-hmm. I think that's the method, the current method. I don't think that would be much of a concern. Think about it. Think about all the different variables that everybody has on their different PCs. All the Xbox Series S's will be exactly the same. You think it would be easier to optimize for? So I don't think that's a concern. And if it is a concern, it would affect PlayStation too, because most of the games are multi-platform, and so they're developing for a lot of different situations.
And if it's a first-party game, then they're just developing for those too.
Even if it's a first-party Sony game, it seems like they're really pushing these first-party games onto PC at some point. Because they
after the fact, though, I think.
Yes,
I think that's the difference. Is why Sony's games have a very distinct look to them because they're developed for that hardware, whereas Microsoft's games are developed for both Xbox and PC.
Interesting.
Right? Nothing's developed exclusively for Xbox at this point.
Right. That's an interesting point, and holds true when you play a great looking game like Ghost of Tsushima, which Shipwreck you haven't even started yet, so we should probably stop being friends.
How dare you?
Does it have 2-minute goals that I can do?
No. Did I tell you I finished it?
You did.
Okay, good. I finished it. It was good. Looking forward to the multiplayer on that when it comes out.